Hello, my name is Diane Santuri, and I'd like to welcome you to my presentation today on the topic of educational technology. I will be critiquing three websites having to do with educational technology. They all vary in their type and design, and I'll be focusing on each of their differences and their purposes. So today I'll be focusing on reviewing three websites having to do with the topic of educational technology. I'll be highlighting some of the various elements that focus on educational technology within each, and I'll be highlighting some of their differences, including the topic of digital citizenship, which is incorporated in one particular website that I'll be sharing with you. The very first website that I'm going to be speaking about is Edutopia. This website is a .org website. It's edutopia.org. It was established in 1991 by George Lucas. It provides various resources and ideas on incorporating educational technology. It highlights very important areas having to do with different things other than just technology integration. It has a plethora of information having to do with, for instance, assessment, integrated studies, project-based learning, social and emotional learning, professional learning, and also technology integration, as I mentioned, along with other topics that you can search for. There is a search panel. It includes some videos, and you can also search by topic if you are interested in a particular topic having to do with even educational, strategies. In the example I have to the right here, there's an article having to do with the strategy for flexible thinking. And again, it does have also some unique examples in the video section of teachers integrating some of these strategies as well as some educational technologies that are highlighted. So, very useful website. I've used this website for quite some time and I would highly recommend it. The second website I'll be focusing on is EdSurge. Now, EdSurge is a little bit different. It is um, .com. It is a digital news and resource magazine. So it's set up a little bit differently. You'll see that there's a lot of trending articles that are listed. You can subscribe to this as a newsletter to get it sent to your email. It has a lot of information about news, current research, a lot of information on the job board if you're looking for a job, as well as collections on various topics. It highlights some things that are happening in terms of technology, but also in general, what's happening in education. So, again, lots of kind of useful information. It does link you very easily to the ISTE website as well as the ASCD website. So, you can also look at, for instance, the ISTE standards and some real important things having to do with connecting technology into your courseware and assessments. So, again, very useful. The design is set up very easily, and it's something that you can work with quite effectively if you are having to look up an article or want to do additional research on a particular topic. The last website, which is the third website, is digitalcitizenship.net. Now, this is a website that's dedicated to all things having to do with digital citizenship. I have used it in my own class, and it was very effective in gauging my own students' understanding of digital citizenship. It reviews and defines the 9 elements of digital citizenship along with their meaning in this digital world. It provides resources for teaching digital citizenship in a variety of ways, and it also defines each of the 9 elements of digital citizenship. You'll notice that there's a section in the banner that says 9 elements. If you click on that, it will actually show you what those 9 elements are. The 9 elements are digital access, digital commerce, digital communication and collaboration, digital etiquette, digital fluency, digital health and welfare, digital law, uh, digital rights and responsibility, and security, digital security and privacy, to name a few. So again, it's a very useful site that's put together to support the integration of integrating technology appropriately. And again, nice, useful ways that you can incorporate it using some exercise and some activities that they provide. Again, in the past, I've used it and it was very, very effective with my classroom and me understanding what their knowledge of the topic of in general, how to use digital technology really appropriately. That was the biggest thing I found. So, in conclusion, each of these websites were very, very helpful in their own way. I had an example of a newsletter style website, a resource website for digital citizenship, and then, of course, a website having to do with, not only technology, but information having to do with assessments and some other things that you could incorporate. And that was a nonprofit website. So, very different, very useful. They all provided their own tips and tricks to incorporate educational technology. All of them had a wonderful interface, very easy to use, and were very effective. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation and have a wonderful day.